Heroes of the Storm.
Tuck tail and run. This is Jimmy.
This is Jimmy. This is a how-to guide for James Raynor, but more importantly, it's a bit of a core mechanics guide. My name's Moy. I play a lot, and I'm in Masters. And a lot of people ask me all the time to help them rank up. If you're watching this video, you're a pretty good chance you're one of the people who's asked me to help them rank up. So here, I want to try to go over a lot of the core mechanics of the game. So, first off, there's different types of moving. Not too many people like to talk about it, but it's really, really important that you understand the different ways to move in this game. There's right-clicking. You can click on a hero, right-click, and it'll attack them as you move towards them. Aside from that, there's also attack moving. It being that Raynor is 100% auto attacks. Ooh, close. I'm just going to stay behind the tank, as you always should with Raynor. Attack moving is when you press A and you move somewhere. So, part of the negative to that is that you just attack the first thing that comes into your view, like a minion. So you kind of want to make sure that minions aren't the closest thing towards you. Oh. Now I'm just going to let this guy heal me up. So if you're trying to run away from people, run away if you use back and A. You can do an auto attack instead of running backwards. If you do that and then the regular run backwards, it's something called stutter stepping. This can also be achieved by pressing stop. And I'm a bigger fan of the stop method, but it doesn't always work. For example, I'm in a bush. You don't attack people in bushes, going through bushes, anywhere near as well, or at all, depending on how exactly you do it, in bushes with regular movements. As James Raynor, you're basically all auto attacks. So if you want to stay still, you use stop. This is stop. This is attack. Sometimes they're interchangeable, but you'd be surprised how often they're not. Like, here I wouldn't use attack because I didn't want to move forwards at all, not even one little inch. This is really, really good when you want to move backwards. When moving forwards, I tend to just click on a hero. It works a little bit better that way because you don't have to move your cursor from like there to there, there. So, as Raynor, you do a decent amount of damage to the front line. I do not recommend okay, we have to go forwards. I do not recommend trying to go out in front of the tanks, almost ever. So one of the few really, really good things about Raynor is that his Inspire, that's his W, affects not only yourself, but any other heroes in the area, giving them all faster auto attacks, including Illidan. His Q is just a way to get people off of you. I recommend taking an auto attack build. There isn't like a build meta for him or anything. Your W at its base will give you a 30% attack speed boost and a little bit of a movement speed. And it'll give everything around you, all the heroes, the minions, everything like that, a tiny bit as well. I think it's 15%. By the way, in case you're wondering, I consider Raynor to be one of the worst heroes in the game. He's a bit easier for people who are new at it, but whenever I go into a game as Raynor, I don't try to win. I mean, if I win, that's great. I like winning, but it's not a thing. That camp that he took so long ago, very useful. Very, very good camp to tank. Might as well. We have a lead. We're about to be 10. They can't stop us. So, I get an attack speed boost, but Illidan does too. If you are ever going to tank Raynor in a game, I guess Hyperion, I would recommend it with other auto attackers. Illidan, Vala, Sergeant Hammer, because at least you can boost them too. And typically want to take it into teams that have a lot of frontline. Now, it's not all negative stuff with him.
We got a fort that needs destroying. This should be good.
Communicating with the team, very, very useful. Now, they will have to respond to this. And the moment that they do, I want to save my my ult. It moves across the field. It does a bit of an AoE damage. It's pretty cool. Oh, that's okay. Giving him a friend or a foe. You're very not mana intensive as Raynor. Like, I've been using my stuff basically on their cooldowns. Okay, so he's using that time. He's using the time that we bought in order to do that. And Stitches should not still be solo. That's a mistake. Does he have Haymaker? No, he doesn't, so I'm safe. For secondary, I thought you might have Haymaker. Among the many reasons why I think he's a bad hero is because his E is not a self-cast. Or, sorry, it is a self-cast. Like, you can't control it. I'm going to use it to run away. I think that will work. We have no heals. I'm just going to run back here and retreat. We did tiny to keep damage. I'd say this is going pretty well for us so far. And getting that mouth kill is kind of huge. So, I'm taking a full auto attack build, and I would tend to recommend it for others. As a matter of fact, Stitches should never even try to split push. He's a good hero, but he's not good unless you have people with you. I kind of lost, like, I knew what was going on bottom, but I couldn't see it. Do you have Hunt or... No, I saw the other ult. Guys. I shouldn't be here by myself. This is bad, but nobody else will do it. I don't know why, but it's true. You have, like, no HP as Raynor, and you really want to be with other people to, like, be the front line for you. Now, I'm not going to worry about all that XP. On other places I would, but, Abathur should be able to get it all. Try not to grab him. That's that.
You gotta be faster than that.
Boop. You do a decent amount of damage. So how to play this hero, along with many others, is simply right behind the front line all the time. But even more so once the team fights start after 10. If you're watching this, you know, if you're bronze or silver, I would say this is mostly who this video is for. After 10, you no longer want to be split push. It's not exact. Like, sometimes you can, depending on the hero, but, like, as a general rule, you don't want to be split pushed after that. Get the... Okay. What? I don't like Gorge as an ult in general. It's just the utility there is just not there. Although I gotta say, this Illidan is amazing. I would say he's diamond tier, well, maybe high plat, but it's a very good Illidan play. Illidan's a hard hero to play. So, your trait gives you a lot of range. I recommend using all of it as often as you can. Ideally, you want to be always attacking people just out of range for them to hit you. Also wish our guy was using more of his stuff on heals instead of speed. I should do a Lucio video next. I don't know, maybe. Anywho, we're 3 levels ahead, but I don't fully expect to win because of the heroes that we have.
We ought to capture this mercenary.
Yep, phone.
The shrines are gathering power. The dragon knight arms from within the stone.
It's late. Who calls me at this hour? Well, whoever it is, you're gonna have to wait. Putting my ult out. My ult does a decent amount of damage to buildings. Okay, so I have my season marksman stacks, which means I can use that and my auto attacks at the same time. I just burned down the frontline tank's HP to below half in a couple of seconds. It's like 2 seconds. Oh, gotta dodge that. Can I kill him? I did most of that damage, but I didn't get the final kill. I think it was poison. I'm just giving him somebody to dive to if he needs it. 15% more attack damage from all those guys back there. It's probably going to be game. Ugh. Look, that was one attack. One attack took my HP down to half. It was the spiders. Woo! Good game. This is how much damage I did. It's a rather short game, so it's decent, but it was all, or almost all, on tanks. And I'll show you my talents. Next, I either go for the ult or for doing more auto attack damage. Not my best game, and I can't stress this enough. You're completely reliant on the front line. You have to stay behind him on this hero. He's a great hero to train on, even if he's one of the worst, if not the worst hero in the game. Anywho, this has been Moy. Thanks.